Hello there and welcome to Up to Speed, GameByte's weekly news show which brings you up to speed on the gaming news for the week ahead. On this week's episode we have some news about Battlefield, some news about Tony Hawk, and a bit more as well. So let's start off as we always do in the rumour mill, and this week the rumour mill has the heavy hitter of Battlefield taking pole position. Now we know that there is going to be a new Battlefield this year, and EA have even announced that it will be at their EA Play event which happens at every E3. But we don't actually know what this Battlefield is going to be. But if rumours are to be believed that are coming out of GamesBeat and US Gamer, the next Battlefield will be set in World War II, taking the franchise back to the Second World War for the first time since 2009. From the rumours that are doing the rounds, it seems that there's going to be loot boxes as there are in most games these days, but these loot boxes will be entirely cosmetic and won't give you an advantage boost in terms of how you play the game. We also saw what could be a placeholder logo, although these things often float around, so there's every chance this could just be a fake mock-up, but still, here you go, have a look at it, see what you think. Also on the rumour mill comes talk about a new Tony Hawk game. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5 turned out to be a disappointment, and he sort of took to Twitter the other day just to address the fact that people keep obviously tweeting him about Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5 and about the franchise in general. So what Tony Hawk had to say was, to anyone asking me to remaster old games or complaining about Tony Hawk's Pro Skater servers being down, Activision owns the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater license, but I am no longer working with them. If I had the skills or authority to reboot servers or code games for newer systems on my own, I would be happy to. Now obviously this is sort of just confirming that if we're going to see a new Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, it's not in Tony Hawk's court at all. He has no real tie to Activision anymore. But one thing that was interesting from all of this is that the publisher of the new extreme sports game Descenders, which is getting really positive coverage right now, ended up reaching out to Tony Hawk on Twitter. Now there's every chance that this could just be talk for the sake of talk, but there's also a chance that Tony Hawk is actually talking to the publisher and we could be seeing a Tony Hawk game from someone who is making extreme sports games, which is kind of what everyone wants, isn't it? PlayStation 4 exclusive Detroit Become Human finally has a concrete release date, and that release date is May 25th. Now Detroit Become Human is the latest game from David Cage, the person behind the likes of Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls. Graphically it looks fantastic, story-wise it will be interesting to see if David Cage has learnt anything from the issues in his previous games, but it's a PlayStation 4 exclusive at a time where not many games are coming out, so it will be very interesting to see how well it performs. Yakuza 6 was also in the news last week, but probably not in the way that it wanted to be. The game was delayed the other week because it wanted to put a bit more polish on it, but did announce that there would be a demo coming out at the end of February. Well, that demo came out at the end of February, but in the US it would seem that the entire game was included in the demo for some gamers, which would go some way into explaining why the demo was 36 gigabytes just for a little prologue. Sega quickly apologised for the mistake and took the demo down, but it'll be interesting to see why they delayed the game if so much of it was already finished. Hopefully that tiny bit of fine-tuning makes that delay worthwhile. And that's it for this week's Up to Speed. Make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons, and we'll be back next Monday with another episode. But until next time, I've been Brett from GameByte. You've been wonderful. Goodbye.